Hey guys, it's me, Melanie, and if you have watched any of my videos, then you will know that my favorite artist of all time is Aaliyah, like hands down. So today, I have to admit, I was really bored, and so I was like, let me try to recreate one of her makeup looks for you. And so I think what one of the most edgy ones that she had was from the video We Need a Resolution. Like that's one of my favorite songs. And if you look really closely, she has this like really pretty smoky eye going on, and like a deep like timeless red lip, and of course her little infamous mole. And this is my take on it. So just a really pretty deep smoky eye with a pop of purple and then the timeless red lip going on. So I also have a contour and highlight going on that you will also see in the video. So if you want to learn how to do this look for one of my favorite artists and one of the most edgiest videos that she had, stay tuned guys. So I'm going to start off by using my MAC Studio Fix Concealer in the color NW40 to prime my eyelid, and this is just to make sure that my makeup doesn't crease and that I get the color payoff that I'm going for, and also for the longevity of my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to rub that all over my eyelid all the way up to my brow bone and spread that out just using my finger. Next, I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Pencil, and this is the color Black Bean. I'm just going to take that and I'm going to spread it all over my lid, just so the other shadows will have something else to stick to, and so that the colors will be a little bit deeper. Because we're going for a deeper, darker look in this, and it doesn't matter how much you spread it or how you spread it. You can, get it as high or as low as you want to, but I'm just trying to keep mine close to the lash line. Please excuse my fuzzy braids too. I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm just going to blend this color out all the way up into my crease. And the main part about this look is the blending. So you need to make sure you're blending all the harsh lines out as best as you can. Just going to take a little bit more because I want mine to be a little bit darker. I'm just going to apply a little bit more onto my lid, and I'm going to blend that out as well. Just so I can get that darker, edgier look that I'm going for with this video. Next thing, I'm going to take my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush and I'm going to go into my Manly palette, and I'm going to use this really pretty purple color, and I'm going to pat that, I'm sorry, all over my eyelid, right in the center. We're not going to go past the center of the eye. And if you can see, it's like a really pretty icy purple color, just for that added pop of purple that we're going for that Aaliyah has in this video. You want to really pack that from the inner corner all the way to the center of the eyelid. Just taking a little bit more so I can get the color payoff that I want. This palette was purchased off eBay for, I believe, about $20. So it has about 88, I think it has 88 colors in it, and it's a really good palette. It's a lot of fun colors, and you can do a lot with it. So next I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk brush. This is my tapered blending brush, and I'm going to go into Carbon by MAC. It was just a matte black color. And I'm going to take that all over my brush, and I'm going to put that on the outer V of my eye. So I'm going to concentrate it in the corner and then work it and blend it into my crease. just to darken up the look and smoke it out a little bit. Just want to make sure you're blending everything out. Like I said, blending is key when it comes to this look. I'm noticing I'm adding a little bit more to the other eye because one eye is darker than the other. So you want to keep them even. Next I'm going to take my crease brush and I'm going to just blend. Yes, see, it's the crease brush. I got this from Target. And I'm just going to go back into my Manly palette. And I'm going to use this reddish color. And I'm going to use also a lighter pinkish red color. I'm going to just mix those two together on my brush. And I'm just going to concentrate those above my crease. And this is also used to blend out the black so that black won't have a harsh line. And if you can see, like the reddish color and the reddish pink color kind of make like a smoky pinkish purple color. And that's like the color that Aaliyah has going on in that video. So just blending out the harsh line from the black and also sweeping that all the way in using windshield wiper and circular motions from the outer to the inner corner of my eye. Next I'm going to take my e.l.f. brush again. Then I'm going to go back into the purple color. Just in case you blending took away some of the color on your eyelid. So I'm just going to put a little bit more of that on there just so it can show up. Then I'm also going to take my Sonia Kashuk taper brush and I'm going to put a little bit more carbon into my crease just to bring back the depth into the corner of my eye. And I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to blend that out once more just so the harsh line can go away. Next I'm going to take my e.l.f. angled brush, and this is also $1 at Target. And I'm going to go into my MAC palette. I'm going to use the color Rice Paper. It's just this shimmery goldish color. And I'm going to put that right on my brow bone. And I'm going to blend this out using eraser-like motions. So basically going back and forth like you're erasing something on a paper. And I'm just going to blend that into the reddish color for my brow bone highlight. I feel like this highlight is really pretty on people of all skin tones. Pop some in my other corner because that one was a little bit lighter. Next I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk angled eyeliner brush and I'm going to go into this dark gray color. It's a matte gray, a really smoky gray. I'm just going to take some of that all on my brush and I'm going to put it on my lower lash line. As you can see, Aaliyah has a really dark color on her lower lash line, and it's not quite a black color. It's more like a smoky gray. If you see me looking over, guys, I'm just looking at the picture of Aaliyah on my laptop just so I can make sure that I'm getting all of this accurately. And I'm going to bring that all the way from the outer to the inner corner. Then I'm going to go back into that purple color because if you look, it's kind of like Aaliyah has some of that icy purple color all the way in the inner corner and all the way down to about the inner third of the lower lash line. So I'm just going to take some of that and I'm going to put it down in there. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of that gray just to smoke. And then I'm going to take I forget what kind of brush this is, but I'm just going to use that to kind of smoke the bottom of the eyeshadow out. Because Aaliyah has like a really smoky look on the bottom of her her lash line, I'm sorry, just to smudge it. Then I'm going to take one of my MAC Demi wipes, and I'm going to fix the line, and then I'm going to take a blending brush, and I'm just going to smoke it out, because before it was just, you know, all over the place, but now I just want it in a specific smoky spot, just so it could look a little smoked out and not too harsh of a line. And that is the shadow for this look. I'm going to zoom in or zoom out so you can see it. Now I'm going to continue on and do my face. So I'm just going to take my MAC concealer again. I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk concealer brush, and I'm going to place some of that concealer underneath my eye for a highlight. I'm not going to do a lot because Aaliyah doesn't have a really heavy highlight in this video. But I'm just going to take a little, and I'm going to take it into a triangle almost underneath my eye, being careful not to mess up my lower lash line makeup. And I'm also going to take it on my forehead into my T-zone and down my nose for a nose highlight. Make sure you get this line straight, because if you don't, your nose will look crooked. I'm also going to put that on my chin. Next, I'm just going to take my blending sponge. I'm going to spray a little bit of Fix Plus on it. This is just this small size Fix Plus. I'm just going to spray that because you always want to use a wet sponge. And I'm just going to blend out that highlight. And I got this blending sponge from MAC. I want to go back and purchase a beauty blender, but I wanted to make sure that I liked how the sponge worked first before I made that investment, because a beauty blender is not cheap. So I'm just blending out the highlight that's on my face. As you can see, it's like a really, really subtle highlight. Aaliyah doesn't have a really big highlight going on. Next, I'm just going to take my Ben Nye powder, and this is in the color Banana. And I'm going to take some of that, and I'm going to pour it into my cap, just so I won't have to keep tilting my the container over and making a big old mess on my work area. It doesn't take a lot. I'm just taking a little bit into the cap. And I'm also going to take a wedge. This is just a makeup wedge. I'm going to take some of that powder on my wedge, and I'm just going to put that on the concealer part to set the highlight in place. Make sure you're really pressing that into the skin, so it's really doing its job, is really setting the makeup. I'm going to bring that to all the places where you place the highlight. Right now I look like, I don't know, I look cray cray right now. Next, I'm just taking some of my Mary Kay. This is the loose powder, and this is the color Caramel 5. I believe this is a little bit dark for me, but for the purpose of this video, it will be okay, because you guys get the point of what I'm trying to do. I'm just going to take some of that on my brush. I'm just going to blend it out, and I'm also going to put that on top of my highlight. Just blending out that banana powder so that you can still see the highlight. It's still a little bit lighter than the rest of my face, but that I'm also getting some of that on my regular face, just to you know, smooth out any imperfections that I may have. So I'm just going to continue buffing that into my face and onto my neck, because you want to make sure you blend everything down to your neck, because it is the same color as your face. And make sure when you're doing this, you're tapping off any excess that could be on your brush that can make your makeup look cakey, because no one likes cakey makeup. Next I'm going to take, this is actually a brow powder, and I didn't really like it on my brows. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to take another brush. This is another fluffy brush, and I'm going to use that as my contour. It's a really good contour powder. It wasn't really a good brow powder. I forgot where I got it, but it did not serve its purpose like I wanted to. I'm just going to stick to my pencil, and I'm just going to do a really subtle contour on my cheeks and on my forehead. I'm looking at the picture to make sure that the highlight, I mean not the highlight, the contour is not as dark as it, is not darker than it should be. I'm also going to contour my jawline, just really subtly. Now I'm just going to go back in with my e.l.f. angle brush and use that eyebrow powder again. I'm just going to contour down my nose really, really lightly. You don't want a plastic surgery nose look when you do this contour. You just want a slight contour to make it a little bit skinnier. Make it stand out a little more against that highlight. Now I'm going to go into my Victoria's Secret palette. I'm going to use this oranges red color. It kind of reminds me of Russian red from MAC, and it's more like a gloss instead of a matte color. And I'm just going to take my finger and I'm just going to put that on my lips. I have to really build the color with this because I had Vaseline on my lips, so it kind of took away from what was on my lips already. I usually use a brush, but I didn't feel like using a brush today. Your fingers are your brushes anyway. So I'm just showing off the look now, but then I realized that I forgot something. I'm looking, I'm searching, I'm not finding. I found it. I just found my liquid eyeliner, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and Aaliyah has a mole right above her lips, so I'm just going to dot that on there, just really subtle, not a big mole, but and to create the mole. And this is the final look, guys. The really pretty smoky eye, this really smoked out purple, the timeless red lip, and of course her infamous mole. A really soft contour and highlight, just zooming in so you can see the eyeshadow. I already had mascara on, so I didn't want to add that to my look. And that's just my lips, and this is the look as a whole. Really subtle and edgy, guys. I'll see you in the next video.